I had a belief to start a business, you don't need money. To start a business, you need to have a good intention, you need to have patience, you need to have a good idea, you need to have a good vision. Then money will come. Money will come somehow, something. That is how I always believe. If I thought if I had money and then I'll do business, I would have never done. I never believe you need to have money to start any kind of business. I take risk. I do a very quick decision. One of my biggest strength is I make spot decision on the spot. And even though if I make some wrong decisions, I learn from that and I see that I make the decision right also as as possible as I can. But I never repent or regret for anything.
This is episode 1 of Dream 100 Show with Mr. Rajiv HJ. Welcome to the Dream 100 Show listeners. I am your host Savita Hosamane.
And I'm your co host, Gunjan.
Each week, we interview today's most successful and inspiring business owners with winning teams
who had the courage to chase their dreams in spite of all the challenges.
Join us as we bring you everything that goes on in the minds of successful business owners during decision-making process.
And gain insights to make smarter decisions.
In today's episode, we talk to Mr. Rajiv, who is the founder of MahaveerDistributors. MahaveerDistributors is a leading business importing world-class earth-moving spares and accessories for the past 23 years. The interesting fact is that Rajiv started his business journey at the age of 19, absolutely from scratch with no formal education or background in business, and built a multi-crore company. He started his first venture as a retailer in automobile spare parts and then grabbed up every opportunity that came his way.
He dreamt of being a wholesaler with eyes and ears wide open and soon became a leading wholesale dealer across India. He then scaled across international borders to become an importer and distributor of heavy earth-moving equipment parts, while building a brand of trust and loyalty through sheer grit and determination. In this episode, we dive deep to unearth insights of challenging situations, defining and lighter moments of his holistic growth journey.
So let's get started. Welcome to the Dream 100 Show, Mr. Rajiv. It's truly an honor and pleasure to have you here.
We are very excited to have you here.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
So now let's get started.
What did you dream of becoming as a child?
As a child, I was thinking of becoming a CBI officer.
Okay, great. What made you change your views and when did you start thinking of becoming an entrepreneur?
Really didn't think of starting any business initially, but when I came to the age of 18, there was a time where I had to do something in my life because I had a girlfriend and I wanted to get married. I have to earn money. Then I thought I should do something else. I met many people, small business men who were doing in stereo business. And those times there was this home theaters and all used to come in a different ways, small stereo like that. I went into shops of many people. I spoke to them how to do business, how is it. I collected information from them. There I got little excited. Oh, this is even I can also do business like this. A small shop. It was like 100 by 100. I used to meet such people and they used to give me their experience, their idea. So in a way, I was interviewing them. I used to go and interview them to know how they started, what all they did. That is how, and I used to stand there for 3 to 4 hours and see how customers will come, how they do business. Then I used to ask them question. How do you manage such customer? I used to see practically standing there. I went weeks together I used to go. Then I spoke to one of my friend. He had his automobile spare parts that I have to do something. That is the time where he told me to join his business. To go to his shop where he can train me for a year and a half. That is where I started.
So you worked as an employee at first?
Yeah, I worked as an employee for 1.5 years without any taking any salary by doing all the works from sweeping to cleaning and everything.
Since there was no salary, there was no motivation, how did you proceed continuing that journey?
I wanted to get married to my girlfriend, so that was one of the biggest motivation for me to work and do business. And after that, when I getting trained in the business, I found it very interesting. Getting the material and keeping it and selling it it was an art which fascinated me. Then I also had a dream that I have to do it in a big wholesale trading, not as a retail. I never thought in a small way, even when I was getting trained. I thought I should do big.
Awesome. So, did you identify any leadership skills in you?
Yeah, I was a go getter. I thought I had only one thing in my mind: ki anything you do in work, in business, if you do it without cheating anybody, and if you put your 100% hard work, any business can give success. I don't know from where this sentence had come to me, and I used to always think about this and follow this.
Awesome.
So you started with auto electrical spares as a single person?
Yeah, I started with auto electrical automobile spare parts in a first floor in a shop of around 300 square feet, very small in the first floor. That is where I started.
So how did you go from local to entering the international market? How was your journey like?
Initially, I started business with my sister. We opened a office called Mahavir Graphics where we used to do a DTP. Then there I saw I did it for few months. Then I thought, no, this is not the kind I'm looking for, because I wanted to grow big. I want to do something big. Then I immediately stepped out of that. Although my family, I didn't have any support from my family members, then nor my friends, or nor I had my own personal money. I had to go to few of my friends who are doing business. I had to stand in their counter for nearly 5 hours, 6 hours a day, just to know that from where is he getting material, the products, how is he selling, just to understand what is a business. I used to stand hours together and just see how they do business. Then it clicked me. Okay, this is how I can get products from wholesale area like JC Road and then sell it in retail in Vijayanagar. Then I approached my friend, then he gave me a training. He told, okay, you can come for that training, but I won't be paid any salary there. Even that was a thing where I thought it's okay. Even I have to learn, the work. It's not a question of money. And nearly 15 months I went for the training there. Then after that I came, I knew what auto electrical products were, but I didn't have any money to even buy to give the advance for my shop. Then I saw a shop in Mysore Road. It was 300 square feet. It was just 50,000 advance. That also I didn't have. Then I had to, my sister helped me, and she gave me as a credit, and I repaid her back later after a few years. Then after that, I didn't have money for the materials. Even for that material, then I had to request my friend who taught me this business. I had to ask him that to give me credit. I don't have money to start. Then they agreed to give me nearly 1.5 lakhs of material, for which they charge interest. And so that is how I started. Like, the advance of the shop was taken credit. The material for the shop which had to put, that also was been taken like credit. But I never felt that. oh no, I'm in a loan, nothing. I went in a very positive way. I went to all the garages. I made a T-shirt. I printed the Mahavir automobiles, and I attracted them by whoever comes to to my shop to buy. I used to give them clocks. I spent, although I didn't have any money in the pocket, I spent money to advertise my shop by giving T-shirts, clocks, watches in a small quantity, and I did, and after that, I used to whatever I used to sell from morning till evening, 7 o'clock. I had to close my shop and go to JC Road and get the materials whichever I have sold that day. Come back again to the shop, open the shop, then keep the material in the shop, and then go back home. Morning 8:30, I used to leave home and go back home by night 9:30. So it was very hard work, but I never took it as stress. I was enjoying it, but it was very big hard work for me because I had a belief to start a business, you don't need money. To start a business, you need to have a good intention, you need to have patience, you need to have a good idea, you need to have a good vision. Then money will come. Money will come somehow, something. That is how I always believe. If I thought if I had money and then I'll do business, I would have never done. I never believe you need to have money to start any kind of business.
So, when do you think you achieved success in your business?
Yeah, this after I started JCB, when I covered all the 5 states in South India, that is the time where I felt been doing quite well because I had a dream to do wholesale of around 80 kilometers to 100 kilometers. That's all. But from there, it went to 5 states. So that was a big thing. 5 states because to can cover entire Karnataka, it is very difficult. I covered 5 states. There, that was the peak time. From there, I thought, right, then I've grown so much. I cannot sit in Mysore Road. I have to be in the main market. Again, I took a big decision to shift to the main market. And once I started JCB, there the whole game changed. Because the JCB, it is earth moving line. There was a lot of demand and very few people had in Bangalore. There are only 4 to 5 people they had parts in Bangalore. So I went to Delhi in search of people who manufacture earth moving JCB parts. Then I went to Haryana. I did a lot of hard work that time, and then from there I did Mahavir Enterprises. There also I had a lot of challenges because there I thought, no, why should I get it from JC Road? From where these people get? Then I thought, oh, these people are getting from Delhi and supplying me. Then I thought, why I don't go to Delhi? And I took a flight and I went to Delhi, but I didn't know where to go. So I asked somebody, they told Kashmiri Gate. Then Kashmiri Gate, I thought Kashmiri Gate is just like JC Road. But if I go to Kashmiri Gate, there are 11,000 shops of my business who supplied to me 11,000, and I was shocked. I didn't know which shop to go, where to go, what to buy. Roamed around for 3 days. Then somebody told for Delhi the material comes from Faridabad. Then the next day I took bus to Faridabad. Then I started because that time I didn't have any Google or internet to search. I had to ask people, and it was very hardships. It was not so easy. Just to look for me from where the material is coming was very hard for me.
So we understand that you slowly started building your suppliers, like they became your suppliers for your products. So now,
Yeah.
how would you trust any persons? Like as you said, when you went to Delhi, there are 11,000 shops, and when you went to Faridabad, since you didn't have a godfather or anybody to introduce you, so how would you trust those suppliers? You are interacting with them for the first time.
Yeah, it was always. I've mentioned you earlier also. I take risk. I do a very quick decision. One of my biggest strength is I make spot decision on the spot. I go there, I saw them, I felt, okay, I can trust this person, even though I didn't know him. The way I read them, then I get a intuition. No, I'll buy with them. Then that is, I went to many shops. but I didn't feel like buying there. But there was nearly I stayed for a week in Delhi and Faridabad, where I that is what I feel my decision power is very good. And even though if I make some wrong decisions, I learn from that and I see that I make the decision right also as as possible as I can. But I never repent or regret for anything.
That's great. Once you started building your supplier network in Delhi, in the north of India, like you built your supplier team, and then you started getting products from there and then selling it, and so you started making your own network. When was the first jump to the international market? Where did you get introduced?
Yeah, there was an exhibition, international exhibition in Bangalore. Even that was very different entry for me because there was every 2 years once in earth moving industry there is an international exhibition. I came to know just 2 days before the exhibition that some exhibition goes like this. I never knew about that. 2 days before, then I contacted in Chennai, the person, the manager. Then I asked him, I want to participate. He told, boss, day after tomorrow is the opening, and you're calling me today evening. You're just left with 24 hours. You cannot do. I told, no, you just give me a stall. You see, I will do it. He's like, it's very difficult. I requested him. Then he took some approvals, and next day morning he told, okay, I'll give you a small stall in hall 3. I told him yes, and I paid him. And within 24 hours, I was there. I didn't have anything, nor I had any brochure, nor I had any material, nor I had like any banner, nor I had any experience of any exhibition locally, also nationally, also or international. Nothing I had, but I just went there. The whole in 24 hours, I did the printing, the banner, brochure. Then the material was there in ready when. The exhibition was opened at 9:30. Me and my one of my employee, we both were ready standing there at 9:30. With people take three months to make it ready. Of course, for like a bigger stall, they take it for quite number of time. My stall was very small in size, but it was not easy. Even the exhibitor was surprised the way I had done it. That was the very break point for me, because when I went there, I saw there are all from different parts, from Germany, from Italy, Dubai, China, Korea, all parts of the world. Like they're there, and I had a very good exposure there. I was married that time. Then my wife just told me, "Why don't you go? Try for any direct distributorship from because that time we big product from Italy. ITR brand was very popular in India also and worldwide. Of course, even now I'm ITR distributor. But when she told me, I was like, first thing like is, how can I go? No, I cannot go to such a, because it was huge stall and Italians and people from Dubai, everybody. Because I've never faced anybody in my life like that. Maximum I faced was like people from Punjab and Haryana. That was highest for me. Then after 10 minutes, only 10 minutes, I took a decision. No, I'll go. What will happen? Maximum they can reject me. They can tell me and no, nothing else. And when I went there, I was literally shivering from inside, but I just made it that I am from so and so company. I just want to have the direct distributorship. They told, okay, give me your card. We'll let you know later. And they took me inside the stall to just introduce to the main person who had come from Dubai. Those moments was very different for me, because I've never ever come from a business background, nor I'm an MBA student, nor I have any the double graduate, nor I had any exposure of any kind of business. Even I didn't have any business colleagues or friends of that level. Maximum I knew was in JC Road and Mysore Road, my neighbors. my dealers who were all as small as me, or maybe smaller than me or my size. But it all took the courage I took, the decisions I made, and I went through it. And when I, after 3 months, the main person from Dubai, Mr. Krishnadas, he came down and he asked me that if I give you IT distributor, where will you do the warehouse? 5 days before, when he told me he's coming, I didn't have a place. Then I had to search for a place. Then I had to speak to my Jiju, who had got space in Lanka. Then I didn't have anything, nor I had space, nor I had people, nor I had any kind of foreign currency transaction, any kind of, even in my dreams, I don't know how to, do the conversion from a foreign currency, how to bring a material, how to import, what is required for that, what is the IC code you require. I didn't know nothing, nor I had space, nor people, nor money. Money of that kind of money I didn't have where to import. It was all very, very, very. Even I'll be surprised sometimes if I go back and think that how could I take such huge decisions, and the courage, of then I showed him the space. This is the space. If you give me the IT distributor ship, I will do within 3 months. He's like, really? If something can happen in India, in a vacant land, can you do in 3 months? Can you build a warehouse here? I told you, give me the distributorship and just see in 3 months. I will invite you for my opening ceremony, and that I did it in 3 months. Day and night we did the construction. I convinced my Jiju for the space, for rent. Then I started looking. See, I make a decision and then I start looking for things, how to make it happen. Then I started people thinking, searching, for how to make the warehouse, what are required. A forklift is required, a forklift driver is required, you need a canter, you need a driver. I arranged everything in 3 months, including building a warehouse, and I called him for the opening ceremony. He was surprised. Even today, it's been 8 years I've been importing, and he tells everywhere that I'm the first person in his life told in 3 months I will build a warehouse, and in 3 months I build a warehouse with all kind of facilities which is required, including the bank facility, including the banking transaction. I used to go to Bank of Baroda. I used to stand for even at that time I used to stand for 1 hour 45 minutes just for the manager, to talk to him, to know how should I get the documents, what is an international document, what is air freight, sea freight, how the customs clearance, or how should the money from Indian currency to the USD, because I got my first shipment from Dubai. In Dubai, it was dirhams. I didn't know whether I should make a payment in dirhams or USD. There was lot of things which I did in these 3 months to understand how to do international business, because it was not a joke. It was not getting material from a JC Road or from Delhi or Haryana or Faridabad. Just get from there and sell it. It is so easy in India. Just get from there, keep some profit and sell it to a customer. But here it's everything. You do one mistake and your container or your material will be stuck, and different kind of journey there.
You and your team did not have any product knowledge regarding earth moving equipment, right? How did you manage?
I took some people and I told them this is the material. Then I took some information, some from customers. Then I went to the garages in Bangalore. I learned from them where it is come, where does it fit, and then I gave the training to my new staff who knew nothing, and we all, made it effort there by asking mechanics and customers where it comes, how to sell. I got the material and then I did the marketing, and then we sold. It usually it happens the other way. People think which product has to be got, where it fits. They analyze, they do all kind of management strategy, then market survey, then what is your cost. I did nothing. I got the material. Just I knew that these are the materials it is selling in India. I got it, and then I just took some basic information. Then we convinced customer. We went every possible. Even I went to few people where I could go, and I sent my people. I learnt while selling. People do the other way. I did the other way.
So it was learning on the job.
Yes, on the job, on the after selling, I used to ask customer, is there any alternative part number for this, or is this meter also will fit in some other machines? So my method, very different kind of method. What I did, in fact, no method it is. Only thing was my decision making and my courage and my positive thinking, and I will do it. Whatever it is, I will do it. We did work day and night. We worked no Sunday, no festival, no holidays, nothing. We worked a lot to come to a stage. Even after importing, we did a lot of hard work the first 2 to 3 years. It was a magic. Nobody could understand till now how we did. Even the company from Italy, he told me it is a 50-year-old company, and nobody did business in the first year, and I stand alone in 170 countries they supply. I'm stand all alone who could do that record business first year, second year, third year. Nobody in 170 countries have done the way I've done the turnover in the right from the first year of the import.
Wow. So that was your journey from rupees to multi crores.
Yes, yes.
It's truly inspiring.
That's really a very interesting journey. When you started as a single person. How did you build a team?
Yeah, I started single. Then I took it took for me almost 10 to 12 months, 8 to 10 months approximately to appoint single employee, because I didn't afford to give him a salary. So it took almost 8 to 10 months for me to think of a single employee. From there, I thought when I have to do wholesale, I need people. Then I started searching for people. Then the second one came, third. Then I had a small team till I was in Mahavir Automobiles. Then in enterprises, another 8 to 11 people. Then when I thought of importing, then I shifted to the main market. Then I thought, no, no, I need people with us, because without team, without people, you cannot grow. That is where I realized.
So, could you give us an insight about your first taste of success?
It's a very tricky question for me. Maybe for me, it is there are many things. For me, the first taste of success was my first day of my business in my automobile shop, where the business was 3,400 rupees. First day, it was a Sunday, and I'd opened it till evening. And that 3,400 rupees, when I opened the shop, and some customers could come and buy, then I got excited that I was very happy with 3,400. There I got confidence that I can also do something. For me, for that time, that money inspired me. It was a kind of success for me, because that made me think that I can do more. Because usually I had heard before that so many people, even for a month, they had to wait for 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 rupees to get a business. For me, right on the first day, I opened the shop, I did my puja, and the business was there.
How was it when you earned your first crore? And from there onwards, we understand that you built a multi crore company. So, from a few thousands to a multi crore company, what was that taste of success?
How was that feeling?
Yeah, but I felt I never did it alone. It was a team. There was a time where my sister, she came to my office, like for the team building. I'd done a team. By that time, there was a person called Ravindra Bharati who was sannyasin of Osho, and my sister and him made a big change. They actually taught me how there should be a culture, how the team should be built. I had a built a team, but not so very well organized, because I had that is the way my journey was. So these two people made a big change in my life in the terms of building a team and getting into a well organized company, and also inspiring or giving good tips to my employees about taking care of them. That made a big change in my business with in terms of my employees.
Few qualities a winning team should have, because you have started a team from the scratch, so you understand like what are the dynamics of a team.
Yeah, a team should have, they should think the company as their own company. It is not that they just come for salary. If a employee or a team is working just for a salary, then the growth cannot be there. They have to think it as their own business, as their part of their family, and also knowing the pain areas of the customers, trying to understand them, the, doing work as worship, which I always tell my employees, that should be the spirit of go getting a customer in a positive way.
Okay, this is one major challenge which most of the business owners have, like how to make employees look at the company as their own. So, in that, if you can add some points about it, that would be great.
We have to take care of their pain points. What do they have, they want in their life. If we take care, I have guys who are working from past 20 years in the company, so I took care of their family, their needs. It is a give and take. How well you take care of them and their family, their needs, they will take care of us. But not every employee does that. But this is one of the thing where I learned you have to do it, sincerely.
So, how do you maintain the team's energy now that we have seen that COVID has affected? So, before COVID, I think the energy of the team would have been different, and now post COVID, the situation is different. So, how do you think you are able to manage the situation?
Yeah, it's very simple. I always tell them this shall to pass away, whatever it is, the situation. And also I feed them with lot of positive thing. You have to always be a positive person, whatever the situation is. We should never have fear, and we also have a holistic growth company where we teach them meditation, also their emotional things is taken care. Their if they have any mind issues, I mean mental health issues, like if they are not okay in the family or with the situation of the COVID, we have lot of things happening in the office which makes them to be on track every day.
That's great.
Who is one person who influenced the most in your life?
In the ninth year of my business, there was a big turning point in my life. Two things happened. One, my first daughter was born, which is very lucky to me. The same thing, in the same year I had been introduced to my master Osho, from where I got influenced. Actually, to be frank, I had come to a stage where I was almost settled. There was nothing more inspiring to me. I'd become little dull. But once I started listening to Osho, his views, his wordings, his thoughts, the entire my life changed personally and professionally, everything. There I had a big motivation that anything do big. He's always for the things for bigger insight. Osho always tells, want to do something, do big, think positive, be energetic. Do your work as meditation. There are a number of things where my life changed.
So, what's your vision for your business, your future vision?
I want to have more and more people, because giving employment is one of the thing. One of my dream. I always wanted to help people who are in need. I wanted always to give back whatever I've taken from the like society or from life. It was there from my childhood. So I feel giving employment is one of way to give back, contributing to the society, and having giving them a good life to their family. So for that, I need to expand my business, grow more. Now I've been importing from 3, 4 countries. Then I want to. I'm also thinking of manufacturing now. I want to, if I get the opportunity, that will be the next step. I have my own brand, so I can manufacture my own brand in my own country, and having a lot of people and giving a lot of employment. That also fulfills one of my dream.
So, what was your biggest mistake in your life?
I never feel that I've done any biggest mistake.
That's great. But any point in your life or in your business life where you felt that this was the lowest point? Did you feel let down? Any point in your life?
Yeah, it was only regarding about the two things regarding about finance. I had sometimes when I had to grow from to international level, I had to face few challenges in finance where I felt low. But after that, banks helped me where I could come out. But I was low for quite some time, and also some people whom I trusted a lot, they cheated me. They left. That was the time where I felt little low.
So, how did you bounce back? What was the mindset? How were you able to come out of that situation?
I always used to tell myself, okay, I should not have, I should not be scared of any kind of situation. I should not be scared. And whatever it is, I will go through it. And I'm always a person who thinks positive, like given at any point of situation or any kind of, a situation, I can see some positive in that, and that is where I get hold on to that. I Nothing can make me really down for a long time. I
So,
just like quickly come up.
that's great. So, how do you balance your family life, your friends' life, as well as your business life?
It is only through meditation, meditation, and meditation. These three. This is the only the secret of my professional and personal life both. Because of that, I'm able to manage it very well.
Great. So, what would you say is the best advice you've ever received?
When I met the Ravindra Bharati, I told the one of the person who had come to me. You always advise me, if you want to work in totality. Don't work in half mind. That is what work as worship. That really made a change in my thought. Yeah, if I have to work, I have to work in totality. That is the one which I can tell.
Got it. So now, what advice would you give someone who is starting a business or to the youth in general?
Take risk, huge risk. Without taking huge risk, there is no huge success or huge profit. Don't be scared of taking risk. The more you calculate, the more you cannot grow. And don't miss any kind of opportunity. Whatever opportunity you get, don't miss it. Let it be a small or a big thing.
So, we understand that you started at the age of 19. At that point of time, you didn't have a, bigger vision or anything for your business that you would reach the international market, right?
Yes, I never thought of internet. I never thought even South India also. I had in my mind only up to maybe surroundings of Bangalore. That is what it was.
So, how did you start setting goals from each stage?
It was as I told you, any opportunity given, I didn't miss it. And anytime I was always thinking how to expand, what more could I do, what more I can add, because I'm always thinking of expansion, always. How can I do it more better? That was always on my mind.
Could you tell us about any happy or funniest incident in your business or life which brings a smile every time you think about it?
Yeah, one of the funniest moment was when my father-in-law and he was not my father-in-law, like he was supposed to be my father-in-law, and when it come to see how my business is working, so before he could come, I had told my friends that when he's come to see my office or when he's taking an interview of me, you people have to come with lots of cash and take material and show him that, oh, wow, he's doing a good business. I had to do the whole show as a as they show it in a movie, and we had a very good laugh after he left, because it was pretty done very good.
We will have some rapid fire questions for you.
So, what are three qualities that you admire and love about yourself?
I like that I am very positive person. I do when I do something, I do it in totality. I am a meditative person.
So, do you think you have a sense of humor?
Yes, of course.
Okay, and is it a strength in business having a sense of humor?
Yeah, yeah. It is a big thing. It is a big strength because that has worked for me.
Okay, so how do you rate your sense of humor on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest?
Maybe around 8.
Awesome.
So, now, what is the best compliment that you have ever received?
Compliment I've received was like people when I went for international business, when I did it so big, like people admire me. Wow, you have done it. I feel very nice because not everybody could do that.
Now, lastly, what is one sentence that you always tell yourself to move ahead and to motivate yourself?
Uh, I feel I always tell myself.
Yeah.
I always tell myself whatever the situation is. I can change it at any time. It is within me how I think. So I always tell myself to think or see positive in any kind of situation. I always keep telling this to myself.
Awesome.
Okay, I think with this, we almost come to the end of this interview. If in case you have any suggestions or questions for us, which you feel would have added value to this interview, please feel free to state that.
Yeah, sure. It was nice. I had wonderful questions, and thank you so much for interviewing me. And I had a wonderful time.
Thank you for giving us your valuable time, Mr. Rajiv, and sharing your insights. The learnings were immense and profound.
Never lose out on an opportunity to learn from the life lessons of real time business owners on Dream 100 Show. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Dream 100 Show.
And now make a smart decision of taking the next step towards your dreams. We strongly believe that life is just a play, as
We win some, we lose some.
we miss some and we mess with some. So enjoy your journey and play to the fullest.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Dream 100 Show and leave a review.
Share your biggest takeaways with us and follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. This is Savita
And Gunjan signing off. Catch you soon in our next episode.